Hello, I'm Courtney, what's up, and welcome to Book Talk. Today I am going to be discussing Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge. I'm sorry if I pronounced that first name wrong, but I just finished this book. I literally just got home 20 minutes ago, put my book bag and all that stuff down, then sat in my chair and read the last 5 pages and about had a heart attack because oh my gosh, this book was so good. I loved it so much. I loved every second. I just thought this was the best thing ever. This is my first 5-star book of this year, which is I've only read 4 books, but still. And this was just great. And if you don't know what this is about, it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it follows this girl named Nyx. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong, but her family and basically her country and her village want to destroy this man called the Gentle Lord, and for the past 7 years of her life, she's 17, she has been training to go marry the Gentle Lord. She has been told her whole life that she's going to marry the Gentle Lord and destroy him, and then the day comes, she marries him, and she goes to his castle, and she realizes that this guy isn't as bad as everyone seems, and she starts to fall in love with him, and then all this crazy stuff goes down, and it's nuts, but it's so good. This was a really quick read. I feel like I could have read this quicker if I had more free time, but I've just been really busy lately. Honestly, I read a lot of this at night. I usually don't read before I go to bed, but I would read for an hour and it was great. Reading at night is so wonderful. I don't know why I don't do it more often, but I think that's all I can say for non-spoilers. I wouldn't go into this book not knowing too much because I only knew it was a Beauty and the Beast retelling and that these characters have the weirdest names ever, and that's all you really need to know. So if you haven't read this book yet and you do not want to be spoiled, I would leave right now. So bye, not spoiling people! Okay, so Cruel Beauty. First off, let's talk about the characters because I got some opinions on them. First off, we have our main character, Nyx, which, I adored her. I thought she was great. She was so much fun to read from, and plus, it was just really wonderful to read her grow from the beginning to the end. She was through such a great character development. I loved it, because I'm a sucker for character development. And then we have, I'm gonna butcher this name, I call him Ignifex. I don't know if that's right. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but I read it as Ignifex, and usually, even when I'm told the correct pronunciation, I usually keep pronouncing it wrong. That's why I say Rysand, okay? Which, speaking of Rysand from the Avatar series, that's how I pictured Ignifex, except with longer hair, and his sarcasm and attitude reminded me so much of Dorian from Throne of Glass. It truly was a blessing, because those two are my faves, and just, Ignifex was wonderful. I immediately loved him. I thought he was great. I trusted, everything he said, even though he's, made terrible bargains and killed a bunch of people, including her own mother. Still liked the guy. And then we have Shade, which is his shadow, which that was really interesting, how, his shadow was, completes everything. It was kind of like a Peter Pan situation, but I still never liked Shade because, well, one, okay, I really didn't like that Nyx fell in love with him. He's a shadow, and how, oh, especially, man, it got on my nerves when they first meet, and she kisses him, and then all of a sudden he turns into this human and starts talking, and I was like, what even is happening right now? I never trusted him, and then we started learning more about him, he was the last prince of Arcadia. I don't even know how to say that. I don't know how to say half these names, okay? So, I apologize in advance, but he's the last prince. He's also killed 5 of Ignifex's wives, which that was really shocking when she went into the Heart of Fire and that was revealed and she saw all those memories. I was like, oh my gosh, I never liked him. And then we didn't see him for a while because then he was drugged with the children of Typhon. I think I read it. I say it as Typhoon. But speaking of that stuff, I did not realize how big of a part Greek mythology was going to play. 5 pages in, Nyx is talking about Hermes, Zeus, Hades, Persephone. Persephone was talked a lot, but also she talked about Tartarus too, which every time she mentioned Tartarus, I just wanted to throw the book across the room because, you know, if you didn't know, I'm Persephone, and they fell into Tartarus. I feel like I could say that. That's not a spoiler. That book came out like 4 years ago. But, you know, they fell. And I don't like Tartarus. So every time she talked about it, I was like, can you not? You are messing with my emotions. Oh my gosh. Nyx and Ignifex messed with my emotions so much. I like immediately kind of like hardcore shipped them because I just love their first moment together. When she falls asleep against the wall, she wakes up and his head is on her shoulder. And just really cute, and then all of a sudden, like, they start talking, and she just, like, rips her dress open, and it's just like, oh, my dear Lord husband, like, don't hurt me, blah, 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 and he's just like, okay, calm down, like, no, just his attitude, so good, but the overall plot of the story was very hard for me to follow. Like, yes, by the end, like, I understand what happened, but there's like little things that I still don't get, like the hearts a lot. Oh man, I really don't get those, like, and also like the hermetic signs she would like make, didn't really get that either, but I just went along with it. I was like, okay, cool, you have to do this stuff and find these things. All right, that's cool. And what else? There was something else. I never really understood, like, the bargains, like, especially, like, the bargain they made at the end. All that matters is that they're together at the end, but the bargain was a little weird because Nyx was literally about to, like, sacrifice her life to the darkness to be with him, and the kindly ones were like, you guys are gonna hate each other, though. And I was like, oh my gosh, can we just not? Why can't we find a deal? Like, there was just never any good options. Everything was bad. And I was like, oh, you know, it was, oh my gosh. When she lost her memory at the end and, like, he was in the round room and he had the box and she was like, I know your name, which, okay, the whole name thing. So, like, Ignifex isn't his name, which I found really odd. And every night he would be like, what's my name? And she wouldn't take a guess. And at first, that stuff was really confusing, and then somehow, I guess, was it after the Heart of Fire thing, where she was like, oh yeah, I know his name, and I was like, okay, what's his name then? And after she loses her memory, and she's talking about the story about how, like, the altered version of what happened when she was husband to Ignifex, and she's telling a story about how the castle was destroyed, all that stuff, and she mentions the last prince of Arcata, and she says his name was Marcus. I was like, that's his name, and it was, and I was like, yay, we can save him, because we now have his name, and if we have his name, he can be freed. Go us! But when she says his name, and the woman's just like, yeah, Genelord doesn't exist anymore. That's not really gonna help you. I wanted to punch a wall. This book really made me want to, like, punch something every 5 pages. Because, like, Nyx and Ignifex gave me all the feels. Oh my gosh. The scene when they're in the heart of air. And she's like, how does it go? Oh my gosh. But it was beautiful. I need to find it. I remember the page. Hold on. Where is it? She goes, you're a demon, I said, staring at the ground. Most likely. I know what you've done. The exciting parts, anyway. And I still know your name. My hands trembled as I undid my belt, then started to unclasp the brooches. It seemed forever since that first day when I had ripped my bodice. Oh, but so easily. But I know you're my husband. The dress slid down to land on the ground about my feet. Ignifex touched my cheek very gently, as if I were a bird that might be startled to flight. Finally, I met his eyes, and I said, I suppose I do love you. Then he pulled me into his arms. I still might kill you, I told him much later. He traced a finger along my skin. Who wouldn't? Ah! Feelings. OTP goals right there. That scene killed me. They were so cute. It was so much, like, Beauty and the Beast, and how there was a library, but like he didn't make the library for her. The library was actually kind of dangerous because like the holes were like holes from the sky. The whole parchment sky thing, one of the things I still don't understand. But going back to the end, when she lost her memory, that was the worst thing ever to happen. I hate it when in books when someone loses their memory. That's like always worse than death, to me at least. And but it was so, oh my gosh, it was amazing when she got the ring at the Day of the Dead festival thing. I was like, it's the ring that Ingefex gave her. And then she was describing it, and I was like, it's the ring. And then she immediately just remembered and ran to the castle. I was like, thank God. And then he showed up, and now his name is Luke's, but that woman was there, and she was just doing the most, causing so much trouble. I wanted to slap her, but then that bargain was made, but then Sparrow showed up, which Sparrow situation still do not understand, but the Sparrow kind of helped us out in the end, and I guess the bargain was destroyed? I don't know. Something about the bargain destroyed their power. I don't know. I'm just really glad the kindly ones aren't gonna annoy us anymore. And now they're going to live happily ever after, which is just so nice and lovely. And I just loved it when he's like, you know, I just know how to be a demon lord and a shadow. I don't know how to be human. And Nyx is just like, we'll be okay as long as we're together. And they walked hand in hand. It was beautiful. It was just so nice. Oh, I loved it. Now I need to read Crimson Bound. I just want to read everything that this woman writes because genius. I really wish there was a sequel to this. I saw on Goodreads there's a novella, and it's like, is the novella related to this book? Because if it is, you know I am about to buy that novella, but if it's not, then like, I probably still will buy the novella, because like I said, I want to read everything she writes. So I think that's all my feelings. Overall, I loved this book. It was so good. Favorite book 2017. Not the ultimate fave, but it's one of the faves. So this was just really good. And just thank you all so much for watching this book talk. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down your thoughts and feels in the comments section down below. And I am Courtney. I'll see y'all next time with new videos soon. So I will see you then. So bye! Yo!